Okay, time for 8-2 lesson. So open up to 617 to correct homework. And pause for your answers. Pause again if you need. And if you did that page, there are those answers. Pause if you need to. Whoops, sorry. And 618. Okay, email me if you have questions. And now we're going to go to page 623, area of circles. So she bought an 8-foot leash for her dog, and she wants to find the distance that the dog runs when it runs one circle with the leash fully extended. Should she be calculating the circumference or the area? And that one, she should be doing the circumference. It's the amount. It's just like lesson 8.1. It's the length around the outside of the circle. Number 2, suppose she wants to find the amount of running room that the dog has. So that means the whole complete circle, not just the length around the outside. Should that be circumference or area? That should be the area. So that's the difference. Okay. Number 3, describe a real world situation that would involve finding the area of a circle. Area of a circle. I would think if you're going to paint something, maybe something that's in a circle that you're going to paint, that would be area. And number 4, describe a real world situation that would involve finding the circumference of the circle. Remember, that's the length of the outside, the perimeter of a circle, you might say. And let's see here, what would you say? Maybe the frame of something, if you had a circular frame. Maybe if you had a jar and you're decorating a jar, how much ribbon would go around the outside of the jar, something like that. Okay. All right, find the area of a circle. Here is the formula. I need to write this down. Pi r squared. Pi r squared. Okay. Number 1, find the area of the circle using 3.14 for pi. So if you are using a calculator, do not use the pi button, use 3.14. If you're doing this with paper and pencil, use 3.14. Okay. There's your radius, 2. Square it. What's 2 squared? 2 times 2, 4. Take 3.14 times 4, and you get 12.56. Again, with the squiggly equal sign, approximately, okay? Approximately 12.56. Why is it approximately? Because pi is not 3.14. Pi is what we use for pi. 3.14 is what we use for pi. It's close enough, but that it is not exactly going to be the area. Okay. Number 2. Now they're using instead of 3.14, they're using 22/7 because the radius is 14. If it's a multiple of 7, they're going to use 22/7 so they can cancel out and make it a simpler problem. And then you get a whole number when you're finished. So if the diameter, or if the radius is 14, take 14 times 14, you get 196. 22/7 of 196. Cancel, cancel, just like they did down here. Okay, and you get 22 times 28. 22 times 28 is approximately 616. Okay, pause the video and do letter A. Find the area of the circle with a radius of 3.2. Round to the nearest tenth. You're going to have to round on that one. Okay, for your answer, if I multiply 3.2 times 3.2, I get 10.24. Then you have to take that times 3.14, and that is 32.1536. If I have 32.15, the 5 rounds the 1 up to a 2. So your answer should be 32.2. We also should talk about the label. They haven't talked about the labels yet. Area is always squared, so these are centimeters. So you say 32.2 square centimeters. Number 3, find the area of the face of the Virginia quarter. So the area of the face. The diameter is 24. So what is our formula? Pi r squared. We don't want the diameter. So if the diameter is 24, the radius is 12. So it's pi times 12 squared. So take your 3.14 times 12 squared is 144, not 24. 12 squared is 12 times 12. Then you get approximately 452.16, round to the nearest tenth, 452.2 square millimeters. Look at the label. Okay? I'll underline here. Square millimeters. Okay. Pause the video and try letter B. And that comes up to 706.5, 706.5 square feet. All right, next page. 600, or down at the bottom, I should say, bottom half of the page, 625. A semicircle is half of a circle. So basically find the whole circle and then divide by 2. They have the area, or they have the formula there, half of pi r squared. So find the area of this semicircle. Use 3.14 for pi. So if the diameter is 16, that means the radius is 8. So you do 8 times 8, you get 64. 64 times 3.14. 200.96, divide by 2, because we need half of that because it's half of a circle. About 100.5. So approximately 100.5 square inches. Pause the video and try letter C there, and that one is also a semicircle. So just find the area of the whole circle, divide by 2 when you're done. Okay, so your radius is 6, so we need to take 6 times 6, 36, 36 times 3.14, and you get 113.04. It's a semicircle, so we need half of that. So we're going to divide by 2. We have 56.52. That one doesn't tell us to round, so you don't need to round. So 56.52 square centimeters. Number 5, on a basketball court, there's a semicircle above the free throw line. The radius of that is 6 feet. So find the area. So we're going to take 6 times 6 and get 36. 36 times 3.14 is 113.04. Divide by 2 because it's a semicircle, and we get 56.52. Rounded to the nearest tenth is 56.5. So 56.5 square feet, approximately. You go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pause the video. Okay, number 1. Radius squared, 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 3.14, we have 78.5 square centimeters. Number 2, 7 times 7, 49. 49 times 3.14, 154 square inches. The diameter is 16, so we need the radius, which is 8. 8 times 8, 64. 64 times 3.14, rounded to the nearest tenth, is 201. Number 4, we take 14 times 14, and that is 196. And that one, I'm sure they want you to use 22/7. So 22/7 times 196. Simplify before you multiply. So whoops, this is a 1, and this becomes a 28. So I have 28 times 22, and we get 616. And that is not the answer because it's a semicircle. What's 616 divided by 2? 308. 308 square yards. Okay, have any questions? Let me know. I would do page 627 for sure. And that is lesson 8-2. Have a good day, everybody.